gonna call the school board meeting to order. It's May 11th, I think. And we will start off with a pledge of allegiance and a prayer.
Please rise.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May we remain standing, please? Our Heavenly Father, we come tonight asking your guidance, your understanding, that we make great decisions, that we may prosper and move forward in this school district. I ask your continued blessings upon us all. This and other blessings I ask in your Son's name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. All right, we have all our board is here and present. And we had an invocation. We need what about the agenda here? We have any changes to the agenda?
Mr. President, I'd like to move to number 10 for executive session. And we'll be talking about pay and qualifications there.
All righty. Not anymore. Can I get approval of the agenda as presented without number 10?
I make the motion to approve the agenda with the exception of number 10.
All right, can I get a second?
Second.
Been motioned and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We will start with, we have any public participation tonight?
Board, based on the COVID restrictions and the implementations in place, the way we decided to do this is, as you're aware, you've got a 10-second lag on your live feed. However, the public also has access to the YouTube channel. And what we're gonna do is next time have them preempt and send us any questions or comments, but what we'll also do is have them put any comments via the website YouTube, and then we can address those at a later time.
Even tonight's session, they can submit comments.
Even tonight's session, they can
Maybe
submit
a day or
comments
two
in.
before we can get back.
And it could be a day or so before we get back to them, but we'll get back to them for sure.
All righty, with that being said, we'll start with the cabinet update.
Good afternoon, everyone, evening. Please review the updates that we sent to you via all the departments. If you have any more questions pertaining to those updates, please let us know. You can talk to us right now. I have some additional things that I would like to bring out. I would first like to say good job to all the teachers, to the parents, to the kids, and all the administrators for going through this. We're almost at the end right now, and we're gonna have more information come out this week pertaining to summer school and grades, promotions, and retention. That all should come out this week at some time. Graduation is the 21st through the 23rd. That's on our website right now, so you can go out there and you can ask any questions. Make sure you contact the counselor, Ms. Goins, if you have a student, and you can contact the principal, Mr. Foster, as well. We have started cleaning schools already for the next school year, as far as waxing, mopping, doing all of that. We've started that. We're calling it school beautification. Audits as well. We've already started doing our audits at the different schools that we're not cleaning at, to make sure we have a really clean audit to present you some information in July before we start the school year. And we're also working on a return to school plan with the nurses. We have the nurses involved, we have the local doctor involved pertaining to the processes and the procedures that we're gonna need when we return back in August, if we return back. And lastly, we got an update on CARES money. It's finally been released from what I was told to the Department of Education. We do not know our allocation, but we're working on a plan to get this money spent pertaining to distance learning. And I think some is gonna be allocated for CTE as well. But we don't know anything. We got a little guidance today, but not much. So that's my update.
Any questions?
I was noticing the attendance, and of course, 100% last month for the month of April. It's kind of nice to be able to go all the way through the rest of the year at 100%. If this carries over to the fall, and I'm sure you'll ask this question, our funding comes off for what, the first 2 months of the year?
Yeah.
For average ADA?
Yeah.
And sure y'all gonna ask that question, because that could have a dramatic impact on our budget.
Yeah, and we've been working on things, as far as distance learning, and it's in there about, things we're trying to get for distance learning, that we can do attendance and grades and everything online if we have to go that route. And, for that reason right there.
Do you
what
hear
you're
any
talking
talk
about.
that the state's gonna address that, or?
We haven't heard anything.
That's good.
We haven't, and we haven't heard anything about the number of days allowed and the number of minutes allowed for the next year. Right now, the last conversation I had with the state superintendent a couple weeks ago is that, right now, the federal government has not given any leeway to change anything, so right now, we're still at 180 days, 330 minutes per day of instruction if we return in August.
What was any of the hiccups or anything to do with the distance learning? Student access to reliable Wi-Fi, but was devices, was that an issue?
That was an issue. That was a major issue. We did a survey, and I know the parents got tired of hearing all the call-outs and getting all the updates. The first time we did the survey, we only got 100 hits. The second time we did the survey and we started putting it out there, we got over 1,100 hits. So we got a lot more data to work with, and as you stated, Mr. Boggs, that one of the main issues was devices. So with our CARES money, we're gonna try to tackle that issue. Also, accessibility. With the CARES money, we're also gonna try to attack that issue. We're ordering equipment so we can have free Wi-Fi at all of our school sites. Right now, we only have it at 2 sites, which is the high school and the middle school. The reason we only have it at 2 is because we don't have the extended antennas to make the things go out. It's no extra cost to the district. We already have the Wi-Fi, so we just extend it to the public.
So that they could at least come to some area where there would be the school library or somewhere to be able to get the kids.
Even the parking lot.
They can do it in the parking lot.
And so if we run into this thing come August, hopefully we got a better grip on it.
Yes, sir, and I believe we're gonna have, I know we will have a way better grip. Also, tonight, we're trying to get something out for a bid for distance learning software that will give us the access to the kids and the videos. I think the teachers and the administrators have done an extreme job with putting things together all of a sudden. We put the YouTube channel, we put videos out every week. We have the iReady stuff, which is our helps us with tier 1, tier 2, the SPED department, the EL. We've been doing it all. We're doing our packets. What we're trying to do is really put something streamlined together for August. Even if they say come back, we're still trying to prepare if we come back and some kids get sick or something, that they have access to be at home and they can still do the work. That's what we're trying to do.
So they're forecasting a potential second phase,
Yes, sir.
once it cools back off, maybe even a third.
Yeah.
Because one of my issues with this whole thing all along is we deal with kids from all economic levels.
Yes.
And that's not fair for one kid to have more resources at home than the next kid. Kid's just as capable of learning as the other one.
Yeah, and we're looking at insurance that'll help us if we do have to sign devices out for the kids in that situation. So, and a lot of that can be tackled with the CARES money that we get. We don't have an accurate allocation of what we're gonna get. As soon as we get that number, I'll give it to you, I'll let y'all know what we're gonna get. But we're really gonna tackle this distance learning to make sure that we can serve all different economics, socioeconomics.
Are we providing teleservices for our SPED kids at this time?
Yes, everyone is getting it. Ms. Brinkley, they get the packets, specific packets for the SPED. We got specific things going out for EL as well.
Okay.
That was mandatory, none of that ever stopped.
No, it ain't gonna stop.
They had to provide those services continuously.
Oh, and to even go a little deeper, for the summer school, the parents should be getting more information. May 20 something, we're gonna try to hand out packets on the 26th of May for extended learning. So all that information will go out to the parents. And I know sometimes the parents say we give you too much information, but I would rather give them too much information than not enough.
So for our children who are receiving like OT, PT, ST services, how would they be serviced at home?
We're
Or
working
how
on
they
that
being
too.
serviced? Okay.
All of those moving parts. Like we said, everybody's hit with a brick the first time. So you give me one, shame on you. You give me twice, shame on me. So we're just trying to make it so that we have a systematic way to hit all of that stuff that we need to hit, and that's part of it.
All right, if there's not any more questions, can I get a motion to approve the cabinet update as presented?
So moved.
Get a second?
Second. All of us second.
All right, been motion to second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right, can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Been motion to second to approve the consent agenda, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Set date and time, next regular meeting for June 8th at 12 p.m.
That's the second Monday. Yep.
June the 8th.
Another day, okay.
Everybody good with that?
At noon?
Everybody good?
At what time?
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
Hold on. Okay, yeah, I can make one. Can we do one?
That's fine.
Fine with me.
Let's do one. I know I can be here by one.
All right. Can I get a motion to that effect, June 8th at 1 p.m.? Get a motion to that effect.
So moved.
Get a second?
Second.
Been motion to second at June 8th at 1 p.m. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right, approval of claims docket. Does anybody have any questions?
I'm good, Board President.
All right, if everybody's good with it, can I
Make
get a motion to
the
approve?
Claims docket.
I second.
Been motion to second, approve claims docket as presented. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Remove from table and approval of Cleveland School District Strategic Plan 2020 through 2026.
I read through it. I thought it was very well presented.
Just new and improved.
It's totally new, yeah. And the next board meeting in June, you will see all the principals' plans as well, and the directors.
That aligns to.
July.
That aligns to.
That aligns to the district.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I second it.
Been motion and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right, approval of Bell Academy Booster Club 7,500 donation to pay food court members, Christy Davis, for work on garden project for the 2020 and 21 school year. Can I get approval of that donation?
I make the motion to approve.
Second.
Been motion and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
What did they work on? It was around back on
The
the.
garden.
Yeah, the garden.
It look good.
Looks real good. All right, number 8, approval of contractual services with Cunningham CPA PLLC for the district's financial audits for 2020, 21, and 22 in the amount of $18,000.
This is our external audit.
Yes,
Is that for 3 years, 18,000 or 18,000 a year?
18,000 per year.
per year.
Per year.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the wrong business.
Me too.
Can I get a motion?
I make a motion, we approve
I flunked out of it.
Cunningham
County,
to do our audits for the next 3 years.
I second.
the motion is seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Discussion and approval of implementation of welding program and approve for funding for initial startup costs approximately $81,900. Painting and wood welding shop approved in last board meeting.
So we got approval from MDE about it?
Yeah, we gotta do is approve.
I make a motion, we approve.
And can I say something? Mr.
Please do.
Also, we have gotten a glimpse that we may be able to use some of our CARES money for our CTE as well.
Good.
So we're trying to figure that out once they give us all the stipulations, so that we may be able to take some of this CARES money and put it into our CTE as well, to make it so that it's not a district cost.
And we've got an instructor and everything.
Yes. Once we get it approved, we
Good.
do all the stuff.
Make a motion, we approve the startup cost as requested.
I'll second that there, Mr. Fuller.
All right, been motioned and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
That's
All right.
gonna be awesome too, cause I just saw where, Quality Steel is looking for welders.
Yep.
They're accepting applications for
They're gonna
welders right
partner
now.
with us on that.
Yeah, and after we
That's gonna be
get all the paperwork done, we have to send it in the MDE, and they have to tell us what we can and cannot do. We've done everything that we're supposed to do.
Do we know-
Plasma cutters.
This was the last thing that we had to do, but everything else, we have done it.
Do we know whether or not this program is gonna be a welding 1 and a welding 2, or just a welding 1?
It'll be welding 1 for the first year, and then it'll go to welding 1
Welding
and 2.
two.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So when they get through, they'll be able to,
They'll be
Be
certified,
certified.
based on what Ms. Mitchell said, yes,
That's what's
they will
up.
be. They can go
That's
right to work.
So in all actuality, every year, we're gonna try to add something. So we're already planning for the following year to add something else, but we had a plan to add 2 this year for CTE, but with all this happening and then, the business that we were gonna partner with, something happened, so they said, could you hold off until the next school year, which is after this one that's coming up?
MDE assigned?
No, the business did.
Okay.
That's the
business.
culinary.
They said, they asked us, could we hold
Oh, man,
off?
we
That's
had
fine,
that.
so we can
We
get the
had
welding
that
under
at one
control,
time.
like you
Not
always
at
say,
the
you're gonna do
Votex.
something, do it well.
That's right.
and
It was
then do
housed at
something.
You
east
had
side.
the east side.
It was housed at east side,
Right.
but it was a VOTEC
Oh, it's
program.
under Votex too?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
All right. Approval of request for employee dental vision insurance change from Always Care to Delta Dental and Superior Vision offered through American Fidelity Insurance Company, effective 2021.
I think that is the information that you all
Yeah.
wanted from the last board. meeting.
Right.
But that's just all employee costs,
Yeah.
so it's no cost to the district. And y'all like it evidently. It looks like it's saving
It's
some money.
it's
for them.
streamlined and it saves a little money too.
Good.
But are the services the same?
On the, from what I was told, the services are the same. Miss Wade, are you on the phone? And Miss Fuquay,
I'm here.
could you answer some of those questions for Mr. Boggs? He said he's asking about services.
They're basically the same, yes. Of course, you're changing companies, so a little bit will differ, but they're basically the same. And it will,
Is that
save our employees a little bit of money,
Hey,
but with,
excuse me, who, state your name, we don't know who this is.
this is Michelle.
Oh, okay, Michelle, okay.
Okay. Because we're doing American Fidelity summer insurance enrollment online this year, you know, that was explained in some of that information. This company is offered through American Fidelity, so it'll help to streamline some of our billing as well.
Oh.
The services are basically the same. I did put that information in there with Always Care and Delta and Superior, in case you wanted to,
Looks
you know,
like
compare the two.
it's the same thing, they're just getting it at a better cost.
Better cost, same thing.
As long as the employees are happy,
And everybody accepts it, or the people we use accept it.
I don't.
I guess y'all checked into all that. Well,
We
good.
did, and I have a
Good.
list of those in town that select, that, you know,
Okay.
use both services.
Pays you $24,
Good.
I ain't taking it.
Oh,
Good. I make a motion, we approve it.
All right, been motion,
Thank you.
can I get a second?
I see.
Been motion second to, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right, discussion and scheduling of board work session.
Where this came from is what Mr. Boggs said the last time we were on the call about the policies. So we're just trying to get a work session together to not go through all 100 and how many soever, but we start to get a little process to get a little bit done at a time as we go through. So we're just trying to come up with a schedule that meets your needs, that will fit. And we can do it virtually as well.
Talking about a routine.
Yeah, like a routine to come up with, like, we're gonna do this many policies on this week and this many policies, because you don't have to do them all at one time. We just need to have a way to go through and just strategically go through, because like I said, we can all do it virtually, and it won't take, we can just sit out and say, on this day, we can do an hour and do these policies.
Basically, y'all gonna go through and make
Let's,
sure they're
let's
current
do
up
it
to
on
date.
the day of the board meeting, on the 8th, after the board meeting. Let's just say, you know, we're gonna be here anyway, be here at 1, we'll get through at the board meeting, 2:30, 3 o'clock, and we'll just do 3 to 6 as a, or 3 to 5 as a work session and knock those things out. Work with you, Todd? You gotta take off anyway.
3 to 5.
We're gonna go
That's
over
fine.
all 500?
No, he said 3 or 4 at a time.
No, we ain't gonna do all of them, we'll just have a
Tanya,
section
would that
of
work for
a
you?
few
'Cause you
and
got
let y'all
patients
look
to see
over.
clients.
I'm gonna work my schedule out, that'd be
It's
fine.
too many, we have over 400,
Yeah.
board policies.
I would rather do it virtually more often for an hour at a time than, but that's fine, we can do
Let's
it.
knock
The
these
first
out.
one
Do it this
can-
time.
We can start somewhere.
Let's start there.
Do the
and then-
first one after this meeting, and
Yeah,
then we
yeah.
can schedule a virtual one
Yeah.
after that.
Gives a chance to get a taste of it and see what's what, I
Yeah.
agree.
All right,
We don't need approval. do
we don't need approval, nothing like that.
Uh,
All right, discussion and approval of proposed resolution to deter 16th section payment due to impact of COVID-19.
That's the deferment of the,
Go ahead, what is Secretary of State saying?
Secretary of State, this is Arnold Luciano, just in case anybody's listening and questioning. The Secretary of State's office, Mississippi, has recognized that due to the COVID-19 crisis, what you may have are 16th section landowners, business owners, who may have financial issues getting their 16th section lease paid. Now, under the law, we can't forgive it. You can't just let it go. But what we can do is make a factual finding that says because of this, what we can do is change our policy to say we will give you time to pay this off. However, it has to be based on a policy change that you guys agree to. I've sent y'all an email about it where we can defer those rent payments because of the state of emergency. There's no reduction of rent, it's not a forgiveness of rent, but what we do is if they are in good standing, if they're current, we can then, based on their request, say, yes, we will approve some sort of payment plan for you to stretch out your next 16th section lease payment. They have to be current, they have to be not behind, no, we can't defer interest and penalties. But what you can do, if requested by them, to say, yes, we can change our policy to accept a deferral or a payment plan over the next how many months, however many, until next year's payment.
Oh, most of these are due by July 1st,
Yes, yes, sir.
and they have to make that request in writing to the board.
According to the Secretary of State's office, that was one of their requirements, is that not everybody goes blanket. They can't just say, well, I want one, they have to submit a written request.
Right.
Mhm.
So that's something we need to publicize, or what are we?
Once the board, and they can do it on an emergency basis, is to modify that policy to give them that ability to defer. Once you have done that, then I would prepare, if you are so inclined, the board is so inclined to do that, I would prepare what I think is in accordance, a policy change in accordance with the AG, Secretary of State's office. So you guys can adopt that change, and then I would make sure that the 16th section landowners are aware of that policy change and that ability to stretch out their 16th section.
So we need to vote on this tonight, so that they give you the authority to move forward.
To move forward, yes.
this is only good from March 14th for 45 days. That's the time period.
It's for this 16th section lease payment. So for the next year, then that gets stretched out because of the COVID
But it's that
restriction.
one payment,
But it's that one payment, and so this will not apply next year
or in 2 months.
or in those afterwards.
Well-
After the state of emergency ends,
Right.
the ability for y'all to do this ends as well.
What about 1-year agriculture payments?
Those are usually due on July 1st.
Those are usually due on July 1st.
They gonna get an extension?
Those don't get any, if I understand the AG's office right, those 1-year payments are also subject to not an extension, but a
Deferred.
monthly deferral. So now what you
Is
can
it
do
a
is.
12-month or?
12 months, 8 months, however y'all, but yes, to answer your question, yes. As long as the state of emergency is in place by the governor, if someone has a payment due, and
So
for
if the
good
state of
cause,
emergency is lifted by July 1st, and their payment due July 1st,
and they have
Oh, it's
made the request in
request.
writing, all bets are off.
They're social distancing anyway out there in the field, aren't they?
Yeah. All right. Can I get a motion to approve that?
so moved.
Second.
Been motion second, all those in favor?
Ah,
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right. Approval of contract service with William Powell Photography.
This is for graduation. This is the service we're gonna use that was
Yay.
vetted by the principal and his people. Got two quotes like we're supposed to. And, the difference, I think, of the quotes was $1 or $10 or something like that. And what also is happening that everyone is trying to do the same thing for graduation. So it's hard to find somebody or a company that does this. So when you see that price, that is almost a going rate, if not more.
That's what y'all wanna do.
Question, this is the district's cost?
Yes.
So we
Why-
pay
why-
him, listen,
why
now,
is it-
let me understand. We pay him $10,000
Pretty much.
to sit there and photograph the students as they come across the stage, videotape it.
Yep. And
Then the children, the parents still have to go back and pay him for the pictures?
No,
No.
no, that's in there.
That's what that 10,000 is for?
Yeah, this
I'm
provide
just
them all
trying to
a copy.
understand.
Provide them all a copy of it.
Is he making money in addition to the 10,000 from the parents?
Entire ceremony will be shot, edited, and uploaded to Cleveland School District YouTube site for viewing and sharing on the CCS website and Facebook. Digital still image of each student receiving their diploma will be available for free download at williampowellphotography.com. Full-size file with no copyright restrictions. In the event the student is unable to download the file, an image will be provided on a flash drive. Cleveland School District will be provided a solid state hard drive video of the entire ceremony as well as file each individual receiving diploma. So they don't get a video of the whole thing, but they can download that video on
A
YouTube.
still copy, still
And
shot.
they'll get a copy, a picture with that.
That's more than they usually get.
I mean, it's not the same, like we all know, but we're trying to give them something.
Something.
Give 'em
I
something.
agree.
I make a motion, we approve it.
I say that.
Been motion and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right, approval of personnel.
Ms. Brinkley, are you on the line?
Hi, everybody, I am.
Could you explain the ESY for us?
Yes, ESY is a separate project within the special education realm. So what I have to do is do a separate application and include the kids and the students on there, as well as the teachers. So in the past, I remember in August, I got in trouble because all my personnel was not approved, and you all asked me to give that information prior to our program. So typically we have the program, the month of June is normally held at Bell Academy. But right now with COVID-19, we have to figure out, we're doing everything virtual, but because my project is not due until June 30th, I still want to send the estimate in case we can't go into the building with uncertainty. So that's the reason I have that before you.
Okay.
So this is a total separate budget. The other part would come out, normally it's maybe 10 to 15% out of my regular sped allocation, but I have on there teacher assistants, bus drivers, I have the whole shebang like I normally would do for every project.
Why wouldn't we just
So
approve,
in the event,
why wouldn't we
this
just,
is just an estimate.
why wouldn't we just approve a budget total for you? Because we don't know whether it's
Well,
allocated.
I have to sit in a reimbursement for funds where we actually use the documentation at that point. This is the way MDE has this application set up. It's not set up like any other application for my department.
But the board has
So
to
it will-
approve each individual
will-
one?
Huh?
The board approves each individual one instead of just a total amount?
Yeah, that's what
It should be a total amount on the last page.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's just my personnel. That's not my materials. That's not the use of the building. That's not everything that's on there. That's just personnel. And the superintendent would actually get a copy of each student's individual ESY goal page as part of the IEP process. So all of it goes.
How we know you didn't make any mistakes?
I don't know.
I don't
Well,
think you
I got
did
some
myself.
business
but-
department.
What did she say?
about the business department.
I'm not a numbers person. Michelle, where y'all have helped me out. But I got the spreadsheet in my office.
Yeah,
I'm good with everything on there.
I make the motion to accept.
second.
Except all personnel?
All
Oh, I
third?
thought that was just hers.
I thought
Well-
you were just doing her service.
Let's go
Well, I do
through.
wanna take out 15. qualifications.
You wanna take it off, talk about it in executive
Yes.
session?
Qualifications and abilities.
Q and
Employment recommendations 15,
all right, you want me to make,
motion without that.
is everybody good with everything else? All right, I make the motion to approve personnel and ESY as presented with the exception of 15 on personnel. And that's for qualifications and abilities.
Wait, now, was that 15 in recommendations?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I
'Cause
can't get
there's
a,
a 15,
Well,
There's two 15s.
she's talking on personnel, not on ESY.
no,
Employment
there's an addendum. There's
It's
two-
not on the addendum.
There's
It's
two
in the first- on
15s.
page one.
Oh, I got you, Todd.
It's on the first page?
It's on page 1, 15 on page 1.
Okay,
can I get a second to that?
second.
Been motion second to accept it, removing item 15 from the employee recommendation. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right, can I get a motion to consider executive session?
So moved.
Get a second? Been motion and second to consider executive session. Stated reason for executive session is personnel matters, legal matters, and, insurance matters with Parks Elementary. And can I get a motion to that effect?
But the, that number,
Number 15
10.
Number 10.
number 10.
and number 10.
And number 10.
Yeah.
And number 10. Can
I
I
make
get
a motion for the stated reasons.
Second.
been motion second for the stated reasons. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We'll take about a 5-minute break.